but I can't imagine like starting over and having to learn people's little nuances or how to get what you need from certain people.
Yeah.
I'm learning it now, but.
And I had like the opposite reaction. Cause like she got mad because I was like, I can't handle this. I have like too much on my plate. Like I have a temp. Like our new hire was supposed to be hired 6 months ago, so I stopped. I was like, don't have time.
Yeah.
And then I was the bad guy because I wasn't coming down and like massaging that. Yeah. So I'm trying to like be more cognizant, but at the same time I have more time now. We have a new hire.
You see, it's a process because you have to make a choice about whether you've invested enough time in this person,
right?
And now I just need to get rid of you, or I need to invest more time because I can. It's still a situation that I could fix.
Yeah.
You really have to make a choice because what you don't want to do is waste your time.
Yeah.
If I'm putting my effort and energy into you and telling you about your blind areas and you're not repairing it, you're not fixing it, and you have the opportunity to, now I have to cut my losses. So it's a choice, and you have to know it's a balancing act, right? Because this is the line: good behavior, bad behavior. Are you here, or are you here? Are you here, or are you here? Where are you on the line of good and bad behavior? And is it fixable or not?
But also, is it fixable? Would the person be receptive to it? This person would not be receptive to us saying anything, so. You have to know how to tone that line.
Let me ask you, is this person not going to be receptive and you've tried and she has not been receptive in the past?
Try to disclose their blind area, no. Just trying to disclose in their work, like an era, she has like a way of approaching her work where she feels
so let me cut you off. So I would say to you that you haven't done what you need to do to know if this is a blind area or not. Because if it's a blind area, you have to be direct. And if you have alerted her to the blind area and then she willfully ignores it, because what we do is we don't necessarily, not everyone is sophisticated and not everyone sees cues. We can't hint to everyone, right? Some people we can hint. Some people we need to be direct. I'm going to talk about that in about a half an hour, right? But some people you just have to say, listen, this is the problem. What's going on here? So if you know that this is the blind area and you haven't directly said it to this person, until you directly say it to them and they have resisted what you said multiple times, then you are not being fair to them or you or the process. Because it's more difficult to hire someone else and train them. It's easier and cheaper to fix the bad person you have. So just ask yourself that question. Have you been direct with this person? I remember having a conversation with an employee and I said, listen, these are your issues. We're going to put you on 30-day goals. I don't think you're going to make the 30-day goals. I think you should resign. That's what a direct statement looks like. And she says to me, oh, I'm going to make the 30-day goals. I said, you have a history of not doing these things. That's why we put it on your 30-day goals. What is going to happen in the next 30 days that's going to break your history? And she said, no, I'm going to do it. I said, let me be clear. If you miss of the 10 things on the list, if you miss any 3 of these things, the first thing you miss, it will be a verbal warning. The second thing you miss will be a first written warning. The third thing you miss will be a final written warning. And the fourth thing you miss will result in your termination. I said, you have a history of not accomplishing these 10 things over the last year and a half. Could you tell me what's going to change in the next 30 days? Oh, I'm going to get it done, I said, just be clear. We're going to go through the process. I'm telling you for your own good, I think you should resign because I don't think you're going to make it. If you resign now, I will give you a good reference. If you get fired, I will not be able to. Are we clear? Yeah, I'm going to make it. 22 days later, she was fired.
Jesus.
Now that is someone who is incapable of seeing a blind spot.
But it also takes, just want to add, a decent human being to approach this individual and say, listen, this is your issues. I'm coming to you because no one else will.
But it's not necessarily decent, because the implication there is that someone who chooses to handle it differently is not decent. And so It's about style and knowledge of the impact of what you do. It's learned behavior. You see, people are managers many times and they don't know what to do and they want to do the right thing and they think what they're doing is the most effective. Most people don't know how to manage. It's a step-by-step process, and there are things you do that work and there are things you do that don't work. Leading people is not, it's a science, and everyone thinks they can do it. You know, everyone thinks, you know, he's the best software engineer in the department, let's promote him. He works the best. No. You need a personality, and for those who don't have a personality, you could learn behavioral things. This plus this equal this. It happens 100% of the time. And so it's a behavioral thing, and that person, if I'm direct, it's because I know what the result is going to be. If she's not direct, it's not because she's not decent. It's just because this is what she thought was going to work. People handle things in different ways. And many managers say, you know, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean to the person. So I didn't tell her about her blind spots because it's a little sensitive. You know, it's like the employee at work who smells. How do you deal with that?
Keep telling.
What? Oh, has bad breath?
Or wears heavy cologne. I hate that.
You see, so what do you say to people? Are you just going to be like, oh, Jesus? No,
That needs to be
you
done.
smell. Am I going to call in the office and say, you smell? What's going on? So there's a way to do it, right? But am I not going to say anything? I don't know if I want to say that to you. But then, you know what has happened to me? An employee comes to me and say, listen, this guy, what are you going to do about it? I don't know when was the last time you took a shower. Now, when your employees start coming to you about someone who smells and you know they smell, and you think, what the hell do I see? He smells. Blind spot.
We all have blind spots.
We do.
Every single one
Every
of us.
person has a blind spot.
And it takes a good friend to tell you this is wrong. Or a girlfriend or a husband or wife.
Exactly. Or co-worker or boss. Or stranger on the street.
Sometimes strangers on the street tell you.
Sometimes, you know, blind spots.
Because there's no...
But if it's not a manager-employee thing and it's a client that you're dealing with,
And is there a particular thing that you have a problem with her on? Or is it her being?
no,
It's a particular thing.
Yeah.
What is the worst possible thing that could happen if you were honest and direct with her? That's the question I would ask. You could tell anyone, let me tell you something about intent. If people get the sense that your intent is pure, they would listen to you. So, under what conditions would I tell this person my honest feedback? It should be one-on-one. It should never be when I'm upset when she did the thing. It should always be when I'm calm after the fact, and I have to be honest in terms of what I say and what I feel, and I need to have evidence. I need to have specific examples. You know, when we give feedback, it's supposed to be specific and timely. I need to tell you when it happened, right after it happened, and I need to have examples. Because if somebody says, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," you know, it's like you always late. You tell someone you're always late.
Yeah.
You talking about? I was late twice last week. No, I mean you've been late more than that. That's not. So no, if you are always late, I don't need to say the word always. I need to say you're not usually late, but over the last 3 weeks you've been late twice. 2 weeks ago, 4 times last week, and 3 times this week. And each of those times it was more than 15 minutes. That's specific feedback. And there's no one who could challenge that. If I give you that feedback, you can't say, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm never late. No, you have to listen, because I'm telling you when you were late and how late you were and how it has escalated over the last 3 weeks. Specific. So be specific when you speak to her. And when you're specific, you also have to tell her the consequence, or not the consequence, the impact of what she did. When you did this on such and such date, this is what happened. And when you did it again, this did happen because I intercepted it, and so this is what would likely happen if I did intercept it. Specific. She's gonna be fine. If it's one-on-one, she'll be fine. What you don't do is expose someone in a meeting. You don't wanna, it has to be one-on-one.